Hi everyone, this is Raj and welcome back to Growth Gateway. This is our second episode for 2025 and I'm recording this with a fresh cup of tea, a full heart, and a big question. Uh, can you actually start a side hustle in 2025 without losing your mind? Let me take you back to a moment a few years ago. I was stuck. My salary wasn't enough. My passion, felt worried under responsibilities. And honestly, I didn't know where to start, right? But I knew one thing, I needed to build something of my own. And today I want to share how we can start your own side hustle and do it with purpose, not panic, right? So the question is why side hustles are booming in 2025, right? So let's zoom out for a second, right? It's 2025, inflation is real, AI is changing how jobs work, and more of us are asking, what else can I do? I recently met a friend. She is full-time HR manager, but by night, she runs a digital art store, right? And she sells a lot of digital product on Instagram, her own website, and a couple of marketplace, right? But why? Because she wanted a backup plan and a creative outlet, right? And she's not alone. From part-time coding to launching YouTube channels to writing ebooks, side hustles are no longer a trend. They're a lifestyle shift. They are your way of saving. I'm not putting all my dreams in one paycheck, right? We can always do that. But how to start? So when I started my first side hustle, I made a big mistake. I tried to do everything. Logo, website, strategy, and boom, and stuck. Then someone told me start with as smallest possible, right? Uh, that clicked, and here's how we can begin. So start with what you know. Are you good at explaining things? Maybe teaching online works for you. Love editing videos. There's a market, right? Your hustle should sit at the corner of what you know, what you love, and what people need. Test the waters. One of my listeners once launched a Canva template store with 5 designs. No website, no ad, just an Instagram post, right? And she made her first 500 in just 2 days. And that's how you test. No overthinking, right? One 1 hour a day, just try 1 hour a day, or 3 focused hours maybe on Sundays or your weekends, whenever you are available and free. Your goal isn't to hustle nonstop. It's to build a momentum, right? And momentum is built in small repeated sprint. You have to do it over and over again, right? And how to scale and stay sane. Okay, here's what no one tells you. All right. After you start and things begin to work, you feel a different kind of pressure. Now what? That's where burnout hides. So here's how I scaled without collapsing. I started using tools like Notion. Notion. I'm gonna put the link in the description. You're gonna see how Notion tool is. I wrote a book there, and I started tracking my, sales. I started putting all those, information for myself in order to look at how exactly my book is performing, right? And I use Chat GPT for saving time in order to writing good statements, good, sentences to fine tune everything, right? So you've got to use those tools, right? The world has changed. There are a lot of tools that you can use, right? I automated things repetitive, invoices, emails, social posts, right? Everything I automated. And I gave myself permission to not do everything, right? So let me share a story again, right? One of my friends ran a coaching side hustle. She was doing everything solo until she hired a VA, virtual assistant from, southern part of the country, just 4 hours a week, right? And that move gave her time to create more and more peace too. Remember, you are not a robot, right? If the hustle burns your soul, it's not worth it, right? And moreover, mindset, mindset, motivation, and your why should always be there, right? So let me say something honestly. There will be days when no one sees what you are building, no likes, no sales, no approach, and you will wonder, is this even worth it? But yes, it is. Because your side hustle is not just about money. It's about discovering your self-worth, right? Your creativity, your confidence, right? So ask yourself, why did you start? To pay off debt, to build a legacy, to feel alive again, right? Keep that vision close. Write it, frame it, whisper it before you sleep. It's your fuel. All right. Before we wrap up, I just want to say this. You are not doing this alone. We are building this habit week by week. And together, we would definitely be able to make it. If you are thinking of starting something, do it today, even it's a small. That's all right. Okay. So drop a comment or DM me whatever or what your side hustle idea is. I would love to hear. And if this episode helped, share it with someone who needs that push. Until next time, keep hustling wisely. This is Raj signing off from Growth Gateway.